68 million years ago in the Arctic, a Nanuqsaurus was poised to strike, its eyes locked on a Troodon. Without warning, it launched a surprise attack, but the Troodon reacted swiftly, turning and sprinting away. The chase led them to a vast open plain where the terrain was barren and offered no hiding spots. Perfect conditions for the Nanuqsaurus to fully utilize its strengths. As the predator closed in, the Troodon realized it needed a new strategy. Suddenly, it changed course, darting toward a frozen lake. Thanks to its lightweight build, it crossed the ice safely. But the heavier Nanuqsaurus wasn't so lucky. Its massive frame caused the ice to crack, trapping it in the freezing water. Despite its desperate struggles, escape was impossible. This innate intelligence allowed the Troodon to thrive in an era ruled by giants. Of course, the Troodon's cleverness wasn't just for survival, it also made daily life easier. One day, a Troodon crept up to a tree stump, used its slender claws to peel back the bark, and exposed a plump insect. With precise timing, it snatched the bug but didn't eat it immediately. Instead, it carried the insect in its mouth to a nearby stream. Just as I wondered what it was planning, the Troodon did something unbelievable. It deliberately tossed the insect into the water. The move left me baffled, but barely 2.5 minutes later, a small fish appeared. Seizing the opportunity, the Troodon swiftly caught a fat little shark. It turns out the Troodon was the true pioneer of fishing. Similar behavior can still be seen today in some deer and birds. After all, a single insect isn't enough to fill its stomach, but using one as bait for a bigger meal was the key to survival in this competitive world. Time passed, and the next day arrived with a violent snowstorm. Some dinosaurs froze to death on the spot, but the feathered Troodon was insulated against the cold, so its life wasn't in immediate danger, though its carefully groomed feathers were now a windswept mess. Once the storm passed, the Troodon was starving, and now was the time for its intelligence to shine. Using the same method as before, it scraped away the snow with its small claws, uncovering a hidden stash of nuts, food it had stored away before winter for emergencies. When the depths of winter arrived, the Arctic was shrouded in perpetual darkness, but the Troodon's sharp mind allowed it to adapt to even the harshest conditions. As time moved forward, early spring arrived. A herd of Nanuqsaurus grazed along the riverbank when suddenly the entire group grew restless. What was happening? It turned out a group of Troodon were trying to drive them away to defend their territory. Nanuqsaurus were herbivores and normally didn't attack other dinosaurs, so the Troodon's aggressive behavior was practically suicidal. These thick-skulled giants could even hold their own against a T-Rex. Fortunately, the Nanuqsaurus merely issued a warning before leaving. With the threat gone, the Troodon returned to its nest. In this species, females were nothing more than egg layers. They left after laying their eggs, leaving the males to handle incubation and childcare. When our protagonist returned to its nest, it found the eggs shattered. Had they been eaten by another dinosaur while it was away? Just as confusion